Have you ever wondered why vampires, creatures of the night, have haunted our dreams and fantasies for centuries? There's an undying fascination with these nocturnal beings that has transcended time and space, capturing the universal interest of many. These ethereal creatures, with their promise of immortality, weave a tantalizing web of fear and allure that's hard to resist. Vampires, with their perpetual existence, embody a paradox of life and death that continues to captivate our collective imagination. From their hypnotic gaze to their sanguinary cravings, every facet of their existence ignites a curious blend of dread and fascination. As we prepare to embark on this eerie journey, we'll be counting down the top 5 vampire stories that have thrilled, chilled, and enthralled audiences for generations. Each tale is a testament to our undying fascination with these creatures of the night. So, are you ready to delve into the shadows and uncover these spellbinding tales? Let's begin our eerie journey with story number 5. At number 5, we have the chilling tale of the Blood Countess, Elizabeth Bathory. Born into nobility in Hungary in the late 16th century, Bathory's story is steeped in legend and horror. She was a woman of power, wealth, and reportedly an insatiable thirst for blood. Bathory's name is often whispered in the same breath as the most notorious of vampires, due to her gruesome and terrifying practices. It is said that she believed bathing in the blood of young girls would grant her eternal youth and beauty. This led to a reign of terror, where countless innocent lives were claimed to satiate her vanity. The Countess's crimes were eventually discovered, and she was sentenced to life imprisonment, locked within her own castle. Over the centuries, her story has been embellished and twisted, morphing into a tale of a monstrous vampire. Her macabre legacy has deeply influenced vampire lore, shaping the image of the female vampire in popular culture. Bathory's story has been told and retold, each version more chilling than the last. She has been depicted as a cruel, bloodthirsty monster, a victim of political conspiracy, and even a misunderstood heroine. But no matter the interpretation, her association with blood and eternal youth remains a constant, solidifying her place in vampire mythology. The Blood Countess serves as a grim reminder of the lengths to which some will go in the pursuit of vanity and immortality. Her tale resonates with our deepest fears and fascinations, blurring the line between history and legend, reality and myth. So the next time you come across a tale of a beautiful, ageless vampire, remember Elizabeth Bathory. Remember the horrific deeds she committed in her quest for eternal youth. And remember the chilling legacy she left behind, a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of vampires. As we leave the horrific castle of the Blood Countess, we descend deeper into the dark world of vampires with story number 4. Our 4th story takes us to the English countryside, to a place called Croglin Grange. Nestled in the heart of rural England, this quaint old estate carries a chilling tale that has stood the test of time, becoming a part of local folklore. The tale of the Croglin vampire. In the late 19th century, a family moved into the old Croglin Grange. All was well until one fateful summer night when one of the sisters woke up to a grotesque figure standing by her window. This was no usual trespasser. It was a creature with a deathly pallor and glowing eyes. Terrified, she watched as it removed a pane of glass, entered her room and attacked her. The family, horrified by what had happened, fled Croglin Grange and travelled to Switzerland, but their encounter with the supernatural did not deter them from returning. A few years later, they were back, determined not to let the undead force claim their ancestral home. On their return, the brother vowed to hunt down the creature that had terrorized his sister. And so he did. One night he saw the creature lurking in the estate grounds, and he shot it. The next day, he and his friends discovered a decrepit tomb in the local churchyard. Inside, they found a coffin with a body that bore the gunshot wound from the previous night. They burned the body, and the Croglin vampire was no more. The tale of the Croglin vampire is a chilling reminder of the unknown that may lurk in the shadows of our world. It is a tale that echoes through the halls of the old English estate, whispering a warning to those who dare to ignore the supernatural. Leaving the haunted halls of Croglin Grange behind, we now move to our 3rd story, a tale that has gripped the imagination of many. Our third story introduces us to the Highgate Cemetery vampire, a tale that gripped London in the 70s. Highgate Cemetery, a place of repose in North London, became the epicenter of a vampire scare that not only stirred the local community, but also captured the national media's attention. This tantalizing tale began as locals started reporting a tall, dark figure with piercing red eyes lurking amidst the tombstones. The figure was said to exude an aura of malevolence, causing those who encountered it to feel a sudden chill, an inexplicable dread that gripped them long after they left the cemetery grounds. The media frenzy began in earnest when two individuals, Sean Manchester and David Farrant, self-proclaimed vampire hunters, entered the scene. Each declared their intention to hunt down and eliminate the supposed vampire, their rivalry adding another layer of intrigue to the unfolding drama. They captivated the nation with their daring nightly vigils and audacious claims, their actions stoking the flames of the vampire hysteria. Manchester and Farrant's pursuit drew a swarm of curious onlookers and aspiring vampire hunters to Highgate Cemetery. The police had to intervene to control the crowds, but the hunters were undeterred. They continued their quest, their conviction unwavering despite the skepticism of authorities and the scientific community. The Highgate Cemetery vampire story eventually faded into obscurity, but not before it had left an indelible mark on the public consciousness. Even today, the tale continues to fascinate and thrill, a testament to our enduring obsession with the supernatural. The story of the Highgate Cemetery vampire is a fascinating blend of folklore, media manipulation, and public hysteria. It serves as a cautionary tale of how easily fear and superstition can spread when fueled by sensationalism and rivalry. As we bid farewell to the shadowy lanes of Highgate Cemetery, we approach our second most chilling vampire story. Our second story introduces us to a real-life figure, Vlad the Impaler, who inspired the most famous vampire of all. Vlad the Impaler, also known as Vlad III or Vlad Dracula, was a 15th century ruler of Wallachia, a region now part of modern-day Romania. His reign was anything but ordinary, marked by a distinct taste for blood and brutality. Known for his sadistic pleasure in torturing and killing, Vlad earned his nickname the Impaler for his favorite method of execution, impalement. Imagine this. Enemies of Vlad, rebels, and even his own subjects who displeased him were impaled on long, sharp stakes. The stakes were then erected in the ground for all to see, a chilling spectacle of terror and dominance. These gruesome displays served as a warning to others, painting a clear picture of the fate that awaited those who dared to cross Vlad. But how does a ruthless ruler from the 15th century become the inspiration for the most famous vampire in literature? Here's where things get interesting. Bram Stoker, the author of the iconic novel Dracula, supposedly stumbled upon the tales of Vlad the Impaler during his research. Intrigued by Vlad's dark legacy and his surname Dracula, which translates to son of the dragon or son of the devil, Stoker borrowed these elements for his titular character, Count Dracula. While there's no concrete evidence that Vlad was a vampire, his cruel and bloodthirsty nature, coupled with the eerie folklore of his homeland, served as a perfect foundation for the vampire myth. The fusion of Vlad's brutal reign with the supernatural elements of vampirism gave birth to a character that continues to captivate our imaginations, even today. So, there you have it. A historical figure whose reputation for blood and terror was so profound that it helped shape our modern interpretation of vampires. Leaving the bloody reign of Vlad behind, we now arrive at our top vampire story. Prepare yourself for a tale that has haunted generations. At the top of our list, we have the legendary Dracula, a tale that has defined vampire lore for centuries. Penned by Bram Stoker in the late 19th century, this iconic novel introduced us to Count Dracula, the aristocratic vampire from Transylvania who travels to England to spread his undead curse. Dracula's spellbinding story, rich with gothic horror and intrigue, has made a profound impact on the vampire genre. It has given us the classic image of the vampire, an immortal being that sustains itself on human blood, can transform into a bat, and fears sunlight and garlic. Over the years, Dracula has transcended the pages of the novel, inspiring countless adaptations in film, television, and pop culture. Its influence is so pervasive that the name Dracula has become synonymous with the vampire archetype, a testament to its enduring popularity. And thus, we conclude our journey through the dark and enchanting world of vampires. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.